CPS knocked on my door and said, "We have photos of your children with bruises. They're being removed today." I looked at my kids playing in the living room and told them there had to be a mistake. I'm a single dad with 2 kids. My son is 8 and my daughter is 6. These kids are my entire world, and being their father is the only thing I've ever done right. 2 years ago, my ex-wife took me to court for custody and spent months calling me dangerous and unfit. I kept every receipt and documented every moment with my kids until the judge saw through her lies and gave me full custody. After that, I never stopped documenting. Photos every single day along with journals and text messages and anything else I could save. I thought if I had proof of our life together, nobody could ever take them from me. 2 women from CPS showed up at my door, and one of them handed me photos of 2 children covered in dark bruises. I stared at them, and something felt wrong. The faces were blurry, and the bruises looked like someone painted them on with a computer. I looked up and said, "These aren't my kids." The woman shook her head and said, "We have to follow protocol." My daughter wrapped herself around my leg so tight I could feel her whole body trembling. She looked up at me with tears streaming down her face and said, "Daddy, why do I have to go? I didn't do anything wrong." I had to peel her fingers off my leg one by one and watch them put her in a stranger's car. That image of her face in the back window haunted me every night. They placed my kids with my mother, and the caseworker called to say I could only see them supervised until the investigation closed. The first supervised visit, I sat across a cold metal table from my babies while some stranger with a clipboard watched us. My daughter reached out to hug me, and the woman said, "No physical contact during supervised visits." I had to watch my little girl pull her arms back and sit on her hands so she wouldn't reach for me again. She looked at me with red puffy eyes and said, "Daddy, when can I come home?" I squeezed the edge of the table and told her I didn't know. That night I pulled up those photos and zoomed in on every detail. The bruises looked completely fake, like someone made them on a computer. I showed my lawyer and she had an expert confirm it. The photos were made using AI, which means the children in the images don't even exist. Someone created fake bruises on fake children to frame me. My lawyer pulled the phone records for whoever filed that report and found something worse. 2 other dads in our county got hit with the same fake photos, and one already lost custody permanently. All 3 reports came from the same phone number registered to my ex-wife. Then my mother called me panicked. She showed up during my visit with the kids and pulled your daughter aside. She told her daddy was in big trouble and she was coming to live with mommy soon. I told my lawyer to get my ex-wife in front of CPS immediately. I wanted her to answer for this. I walk into the CPS office, and my ex-wife is sitting in the corner because she was ordered to appear as part of the investigation. She rolls her eyes when she sees me like this is all a waste of her time. The supervisor nods at my lawyer to begin. She lays my photos across the table showing my kids happy and healthy on every date in the report. Then she slides over the expert analysis and says, "These photos submitted to CPS were completely fabricated. They were made on a computer. The children in these images don't exist." The supervisor's eyes go wide. My lawyer points at my ex-wife and says, "2 other fathers received identical fake photos. All 3 reports trace back to a phone number registered in her name." The supervisor turns and asks, "Did you file these reports?" My ex-wife's face tightens and she says, "I don't know what they're talking about." My lawyer slides the phone records across the table. "This is your number, your reports." My ex-wife stares at the paper and her mask finally slips. She slams her hand on the table and says, "Fine, I did it, but those kids deserve a real parent and he stole them from me." She points at me with fury in her eyes. "I planned this for months. I destroyed one father already, and you were supposed to be next." The supervisor picks up her phone and says, "I'm calling the police." My ex-wife lunges across the table screaming, "This is your fault!" 2 guards burst in and grab her arms. She thrashes and screams, "Those kids don't even love you!" They drag her out while she kicks at the walls. The supervisor looks at me and says, "Your children are coming home today." My kids came home and my daughter ran straight into my arms. She whispered, "I knew you would come get me, Daddy."